So there are quite a few things that have happened since episode 3 that I need to update you guys on right now. So first things first, when I went to load up Madden today, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. You know, there were some free agents that I wanted to bring in, from the free agency to get a feel for what they might do in preseason and, see who might make the team and who might impress us. But when I went to load up the franchise, something popped up that has been popping up lately, and I guess this is something you guys have probably noticed too. It said franchise patching in progress, right? So it was patching the franchise up and loading it up for me. Well, when it did that, it completely failed. The file was apparently corrupted or something like that. Now the good news is that I had a backup file. The only problem is that backup file was last saved after I made like the first pick in the first round of the 2020 draft. So our whole free agency and all that stuff was intact, but rounds 2 through 7 of the draft were not. So I had to go through and had to try to make all the same picks that we made before, and I had to try to make things as close as possible, and I was able to get things almost identical to how we had it. The only difference was when I went to make that pick in the 3rd round, I was going for the offensive lineman that we ultimately drafted with the first pick that we had in the 3rd round, and I noticed something, that Donovan Peoples-Jones had already been taken. So our wide receiver out of Michigan, the guy that we drafted with our 2nd pick in the 3rd round, was gone. So I had a decision to make at that point. I had to bank on the fact that Navaughn Donaldson, the guy that we did take with that first pick in the 3rd round, would hopefully still be there when we picked with our 2nd pick in the 3rd round. And so I went with another wide receiver because I did want to add a wide receiver in those mid rounds. So I picked up our boy Jalen Reagor out of TCU. Very, very good receiver, as good if not better than DPJ. And lo and behold, thank God, our boy Navaughn Donaldson just so happened to be there with that 2nd pick that we had in the 3rd round. Now, the Cardinals were the team that ultimately ended up picking up Donovan Peoples-Jones, and I was going to go ahead just to keep things the same, keep things identical, and make a trade with the Cardinals, Jalen Reagor for Donovan Peoples-Jones straight up, just to keep things, nice and smooth. But as I'm sure you could guess, they wanted more than just Jalen Reagor. I mean, the trade wasn't even close. So to me, I just treated the situation as if, we made out in the deal. It's fine. We have Jalen Reagor. I actually like him a little bit better anyway. Now, that is the only issue that was caused with that entire thing with the franchise, not saving properly. We did, however, make a few other changes. So many of you guys have been telling me, put Minkah Fitzpatrick at slot corner. That has been one of the most liked comments throughout a couple of the last videos. Now, I know in real life, he's used in large part as a slot corner. So guess what? We're going to do just that. We are going to throw him into the slot corner role, and I already made a move to get his replacement at strong safety on this team. So I brought in the 74 overall star development strong safety Ronnie Harrison from the Jacksonville Jaguars. In exchange, I gave them Vernon Hargreaves and wide receiver Justin Watson, and they were happy to do that deal. Now, real quick, the reason why I traded Vernon Hargreaves instead of somebody else. We now have Kendall Fuller, Greedy Williams, and then on the other side, Minkah Fitzpatrick as our slot corner. And then who could forget about the first-year man, Sean Murphy-Bunting? He's also out there. So we've got a very, very talented secondary now. I think we really addressed that need, that part of our team on defense. That was the biggest thing that I wanted to address in this offseason, and we've done a good job at it so far. So as you can see now, Justin Evans will be getting the start at free safety. The 76 overall, he's a normal development. Ronnie Harrison, the 74 overall star dev, will be getting the start at strong safety. And then, of course, as you can see, I've got Minkah Fitzpatrick in there at slot corner. And also, since we're here in the specialist screen, I figured I'd show you guys that our slot wide receiver is our new rookie, Jalen Reagor. Cannot wait to use this kid. Now on to some of the free agents. I brought in a bunch of free agents for the preseason for them to compete for either, spots on the team, whether it be backup roles or maybe even starting spots on the squad. But I went into free agency, I found some guys that I thought would fit very well on the team, and they're going to come on this journey with us through the preseason, and we're going to decide, of course, before the beginning of the regular season, who we're going to keep around and who we're going to get rid of. But starting off on the offensive line, I brought in Joey Hunt, the center. I also brought in 62 overall normal development right guard, Denver Kirkland. It actually looks like he's got an upgrade point as well. I'm not really sure where that came from, but let's go ahead and use it. And then moving over to wide receiver, I brought in Emmanuel Hall. He's a 67 overall normal. I'm also noticing he's also got an upgrade point, so we'll use that in a second. but he's a 67 overall normal. But the awesome thing about this dude is that he's got 94 speed, 96 acceleration. We lost Brashad Perryman in the offseason. He wanted to test free agency, so I'm hoping that Emmanuel Hall can impress us in the preseason and hopefully replace that speedy weapon that we had in Brashad Perryman. A couple notable additions on the defensive side of the ball. I brought in left outside linebacker, third-year man out of Houston, Tyus Bowser. He's a 72 overall, normal development. But he's a guy that, hopefully he can show us something in the preseason that'll convince us to keep him around as a backup or maybe even like a sub linebacker. Also, I wasn't very impressed by our backup defensive tackles. Vita Vea, obviously a big bright spot on this team, but the guys behind him, not all that impressive. So I brought in a couple of guys to compete for that backup position, Adam Butler being one of them, and then also 66 overall normal dev Hassan Ridgeway. So those are all the guys I brought in on offense and defense to compete during the preseason, but I have one more cool surprise for you guys. So many of you guys might have noticed my post in the community section about involving you guys in this season, not just waiting for the draft and the hashtag add players that will be in that draft for me to involve you guys, but involving you guys right now, trying to find a way to do that. And the best thing I could come up with was the hashtag add kicker contest. Would you guys give me your best backstory for a kicker? And we were going to add him to the team and let him compete with Matt Gay in the preseason. Of course, like I mentioned in the post, the reason I did this was because I noticed that our punter, Bradley Pinion, was actually on the depth chart. He was listed as a better overall than Matt Gay, our kicker. So I wanted to shake things up a little bit and let you guys give me a player to compete with Matt Gay as our place kicker for this team moving forward. The coolest thing about this hashtag add kicker winner was that I did not have to go through the pain of picking just one of your entries because there were about 50 of you guys who gave me the same player. I will, however, give credit to the post that got the most likes, and that was from Lucas DeVore. So I really hope that I'm allowed to do this, okay? But our kicker that will be competing with Matt Gay, one of the most athletic kickers that I've ever seen in my entire life, Donald De La Haye out of Central Florida, more notably known on YouTube as Destroying. Donald will be coming along with the Oilers for the preseason and competing with Matt Gay for the job of our starting kicker for the foreseeable future. This man has a hell of a leg on him, and like I said, I'm not even entirely convinced that we couldn't throw him at like wide receiver or something and he wouldn't do well there too. But for now, he's going to be our kicker. I also just want to say thank every single one of you for submitting your hashtag add kickers. I read all of them. I absolutely loved all of them, and that's what makes this so hard sometimes when I do these things. However, if your hashtag add kicker didn't get picked, keep in mind, you can post a hashtag add player. As the future moves on and as we get into more draft classes down the road, I'll be picking more and more hashtag add players to add to these draft classes. So anyway, our next order of business is to jump into the preseason. Yes, we are going to dive head first into the preseason. There's going to be some really cool position battles going on. But more importantly, I really cannot wait to see some of our new rookies on the field for the first time and see our team on the field for the first time. We get to see our jerseys for the first time, our uniforms, and not in our first preseason game because it's an away game, but pretty soon down the road, we're going to see our stadium for the first time as well. Perhaps the most interesting position battle of all in this preseason is going to be that of our running back position battle. It's going to be Jonathan Taylor competing with Ronald Jones II for who's going to be our starting running back for the season. Oh, and I completely forgot. I also found Gus Edwards in the free agency. Really good young power back, 75 overall normal dev. I decided to add him to the preseason roster as well. See if he can show me something and, maybe we'll keep him around. And then, of course, as you all know, our rookie quarterback will be our starter for now. Jake Fromm will be coming in from day one. It's going to be a tough task for him, man. He's a young guy, really, really talented quarterback out of Georgia, but it's going to be a tough task for him to come in from day one and start. Now, I have a lot of faith in him. Bruce Arians has a lot of faith in him, and Bruce Arians is just phenomenal with quarterbacks. So if there's anybody that can get the most out of this kid right off the bat, it's going to be Bruce. But of course, as you know, our fail-safe is going to be Mr. Case Keenum. In the event that something goes wrong with Jake Fromm, whether it be an injury or whether it be just something, he's not playing right, we can always sub in Case Keenum in situations like that. And then, of course, the second overall pick in this year's draft, 79 overall, hidden development, fingers crossed that he's a superstar, Chase Young out of Ohio State, man. I cannot wait to use this guy on defense. He is going to be a force to be reckoned with. I'm telling you, I'm just predicting it right now. Defensive Rookie of the Year. I'm going to throw that prediction out there. You let me know what you think, but I'm going to throw that out there right now. I'm predicting he's going to be Defensive Rookie of the Year. Final. It's final. And that's a guarantee. Or at least I hope it's a guarantee. Now it's time to jump into our first preseason game of the year against the Detroit Lions. It will be at Ford Field, won't be at home, but nonetheless, our guys are coming out with something to prove. We got a lot of young guys on this team, and the preseason is where they're going to be looking to shine. They're going to have to show us something, man. These guys are all going to have to show us something. They're going to have to prove to us that they belong here. Anyway, no more beating around the bush. Let's jump right into this thing.
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field.
So we're finally going to get to see our Houston Oilers on the field in action for the first time. I'm not going to show a whole lot because we're only going to have our starters in really for the first quarter anyway, and we might not even have some of our main guys in for more than like a drive or two. So what I'm planning on doing is, as you can see now, here we go. We're running out. You can see us for the first time in uniform on the field, man. This is really, really awesome. We're going up against the Detroit Lions, as I said earlier. But yeah, what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to play through the whole game. I'm going to give you guys a lot of the first quarter, and then I'm just going to give you, you know, mostly highlights, I think, from then on. Like, you know, the touchdowns and the big plays and stuff like that from the second quarter on, just so I'm not boring you guys with a lot of a preseason game. Here you go. You see our boy. They are highlighting our boy Jonathan Taylor, our boy JT, the rookie out of Wisconsin. Man, I cannot wait to use him for the first time. And here we got Big Bruce giving Jake Fromm a pep talk. All right, we know that Matt Stafford is not going to be any kind of walk in the park, man. This is a really, really good offense. They started off with Kerryon Johnson, nowhere to go. That's our boy Chase Young in on the tackle. TFL, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Making an impact already. I'm going to be using Young because I really, really want to get his first sack with I want to be the user, and there we go. There we go. Eric Armstead already. Oh, no. Did we injure Matt Stafford on literally his first drop back and pass? See, man, I got to remember, I got to turn off injuries for the preseason. He's going in the locker room holding his throwing arm. That is not good. So we held him on the first drive, and here he comes, man. Jake Fromm, rookie out of Georgia. I completely forgot that Matt Stafford is also out of Georgia. So Georgia versus Georgia here if Matt Stafford does end up coming back onto the field, which I don't even know if he will. But here we go, and we made him jump on the first play. Jonathan Taylor's not going to get much, but we're going to make that up with an offsides penalty here. 1st and 5 here. Ronald Jones on the field for the first time. We'll go to him. All right, not bad. Not a bad little run. Bro, are you kidding me? All right, remind me to turn injuries off for the preseason, please. Come on, Jakey. Jake the Snake. What do you got here, baby? Let's see what we can do. Taylor. Nice run. Nice run. It's at like 13, 14 yards. I will take it. I will take it. He's looking good already, looking very sharp. Play action. That's Evans. That's what I'm talking about. This is a flag, though. Is this going to come back? It is. It is going to come back. Who's this on? Ryan Jensen. All right. So it wasn't either one of the rookies. I got to be honest with you guys. I'm going to be very tentative with Jake Fromm at first. I'm going to really want him to develop well. Here we go, Godwin. But I'm not going to want him to make any mistakes. So I'm going to be tentative. So 4th and 3, we've got our boy Donald De La Haye out here for the first time. It's going to be a 46-yarder, and it's perfect accuracy. I was a little bit low on the power, but he nails that one, man. He could have hit that one from probably another 10, 15 yards out, especially if I had the power, you know, where it should have been. Back on defense here, up by 3, midway through the first quarter. Let's see. Oh, he's under pressure. That's what I'm talking about. Who is that? Was that Armstead again? That was Armstead again, man. Just the reign of terror starts here. Got the ball back here on our own 36. See what Jake the Snake's got in the tank. This might be his last drive here. I probably will pull him even if we have another drive in the first quarter. That's the rookie Jalen Reagor. Let's go, baby. Big game. Knocked out of bounds. They couldn't even bring him down. Nice pickup for the rookie. It's JT time. It's JT time. Picking up 10 on the ground. That's what I'm talking about. My man's got 4 carries for 28 yards already. See if we can get something going through the air here. Evans is open. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Okay. I thought I was going to break that one. 2nd and goal. I could have Howard or Godwin here. That's the 2 guys I'm going to be looking for. Got Howard. Bang, baby. Let's go. First touchdown for Jake Fromm in his young career. First touchdown pass. That's what I'm talking about. And that's actually the first touchdown for the Houston Oilers on the season, on the preseason, I should say. Here we are in the 2nd quarter now. We got Keenum out here. Still do have Taylor in the game. That's Jared Davis. That was my fault. Didn't even see him. I'm gonna be user and Spence here. We're gonna go on a little bit of a rush. See if we. Oh, who is that? Is that what's his name? Kaminsky. Kaminsky. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's the guy we traded for. There we go. We got De La Haye out here. This is just a chip shot for him, but this will end the first half here, and he'll put it up, and we'll take the touchdown lead going into halftime. Very nice kick there. It's a short one, but still nice. 3rd and 1. We got Gus the Bus out here. Let's go. Look at this man exploding through the line. That's what I'm talking about. And why? Keenum, let's try to redeem yourself here, Case. That's what I'm talking about. Jordan Leggett. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Look at our bench. Look, these dudes are hype. Look, they are hype, man. I love to see these guys so happy. Bruce, all business. 2-minute warning here in the 4th quarter. They're on the 2-yard line. All right, we committed to the blitz. They finally got their first touchdown with less than 2 minutes to go in the 4th. Less than a minute to play here. He's going for it. No, what a pick. What a pick. Who was that? Is that the rookie? That's the rookie, Levante Taylor out of Florida State. That's my boy. That is my boy, the 5th round pick. You love to see something like that right there. Stepping up in a big moment. I mean, realistically, they could have driven down and tied this game up and made it a little bit awkward for us to have to go into overtime in our first preseason game. But Levante Taylor stepping up and sealing the deal for us. My man. So checking out the stats here, as you can see, Keenum was 13 of 20 for 144 yards, a touchdown and a pick, and then Jake Fromm with 114.1 passer rating. He was 4 of 8 for 59 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. That is the important part for me. We don't want any mistakes, especially right now, early on in the season, early in his career. We want his confidence to be soaring right now. Rushing the ball, as you can see, Travion Williams touched the ball 11 times. He had 21 yards on the ground, but it was Jonathan Taylor, the rookie, 7 rushes for 42 yards, man. What a great preseason debut. Of course, Ronald Jones had 1 carry for 5 yards. He now has a dislocated hip, man. I hope that that's not going to be too long. And then Gus Edwards is also injured, but it didn't look like it was very serious. He had 1 carry for 16 yards. On the receiving end, it was Scotty Miller with 5 receptions for 50 yards on the game. Jordan Leggett, 3 receptions, 27 yards, and a touchdown. Scott Orndorff chimed in with 3 receptions for 47 yards. Evans, 2 for 15. We also had a slew of guys with 1 catch, including our rookie, Jalen Reagor, with a big 32-yard reception in the game, too. As far as blocks are concerned, it looks like Joey Hunt let in 2 sacks, and that was about it. And then on the defensive side, it was Devin White leading us in tackles with 7 total in the game. Greedy Williams right behind him with 6. Devin White also had 2 TFLs. Chase Young, the rookie, also had 2 TFLs. Sean Murphy Bunting with 1, and Adam Butler with 1 on the day. Sack leader on the day, Eric Armstead with 2 of those bad boys. Adam Butler had 1 as well. Kaminsky also had 1, and then Noah Spence and Devin White had a half sack apiece. And then, of course, it was the rookie Levante Taylor with the interception to seal the deal and let us walk out of here with the dub. And look at this. We already got one of our scenarios to trigger. Offensive lineman mentorship. Ryan Jensen. Coach, I've been very impressed with Tristan Wirfs, the rookie, these last few weeks. I think a little guidance could be a difference maker for our line. We're gonna say pass blocking. Let's do pass blocking for this one. I'm all for the idea. Let's work on pass blocking. Any specific aspects of the pass blocking. Power will help him against power rush moves like the rip. He'll need finesse for quicker pass rush moves like the spin or the swim. So we'll choose finesse. Help him handle some of those quicker rushers. Got you, coach. Pass block finesse. +3 for Tristan Wirfs. That is exactly what we're looking for. That's why we switched to the coach. Now it's time to jump into our second preseason game. And as you can see, we're at home against the Cowboys. We get to run out of our own tunnel on our own home field for the first time ever. Cannot wait to jump into this game. Just like last week, man, this is not going to be any kind of cakewalk, and the starters are going to be playing a lot longer in this one. We got him in an early 3rd and 1, but Michael Gallup on the bubble screen. They got us.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Yeah, Dallas is going to be a lot tougher, man. Dallas is going to be... I don't know that we win this game, but if our starters can play well, I'll be happy. Oh! Kendall Fuller. God. First and 10. Let's go, Chase Young. Come on, Chase Young. Get in there. Oh! That's not Chase Young, but who? That's Minkah Fitzpatrick. My man. My man with the big sack. All right, I'm going to use her Devin White this time. He's on Zeke. Zeke's back there blocking. What do we got? Oh! Kendall Fuller with the user pick. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Juke him. Oh! Minkah got in the way. I thought I could pick 6 that one. I really did. But Kendall Fuller with his first pick of the preseason, his first pick in a Houston Oilers uniform, that is what you want to see. Change the play up here a little bit. It's 4th and 1. I was gonna try to draw him off sides, but you know what? YOLO. It's preseason. Let's just go for it. Oh! Oh, he broke it! Let's go. Let's go. JT, baby. JT. I don't even know. How many yards was that on 4th down? Where were we? Where were we even at just now? It was 20 plus. I think it was... That was like 26 or 27 yards to the house. That might have been 30 plus, actually. Jonathan Taylor breaking 2 tackles through that Cowboys defensive line. That's... Bruce is happy. Dak back out here. 2nd down and 11 now. Oh my God, who was that? That was Minkah again. He came flying in from the right side of the screen. That even surprised me. It had to surprise Dak. Man, Minkah is on a whole nother level right now. All right, we got to get Chase Young his first sack here. Come on. Oh, that's Armstead. Armstead doing work, man. That's his 3rd sack in 2 games, and he hasn't even really played all that much. The defense looked really, really good. Let's see if our offense can come out and be just as explosive. I'm going to go to Evans. No, did he come down with that? He did. What a catch, man. Just throw it up to that man. 2nd and 10. Let's change some things up here. We got Rager. Oh, he held on to it. Whew, man, I put him in a bad position. Got him in a 3rd and 8 here. Give me that. Give me that. Justin Evans. Juke. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Superman. All right, let's get something going on offense here, man. I want to score again. Jonathan Taylor. God, he just sheds tackles, man. See if we can make something happen here. Oh man, we had X underneath, but that's 3 sacks in a row. All right, our offense is sputtering a little bit, but our defense has looked good. Let's try to keep it going here. Zeke, you have your X factor? Is that so? Well, meet Devin White, buddy. Meet Devin White. He doesn't care about X factor running backs, okay? See if we can block this one. Oh, he missed it anyway. He was short. Yes. Sorry, buddy. We got him backed up near their own goal line, and he broke it up. Very nice play by Minkah there. Very nice play. I would love a safety here. I really would. Should we blitz? I would really love a safety, but I don't want to give up a big play. Devin White again. Devin White again. He's a monster, man. 3rd and 11. Play action. Oh, what a block. What a block, but he got back up. Whew. Dak threw it away. He knew that pressure was coming. He knew it. All right, we got another 4th down. This is probably too long for a field goal. We're going for this. I'm going to toss it up. Oh, Evans had it. He had it. All right, we're just clinging to this 7-0 lead at this point. Oh, all right. That's a dot there to who? Who's that? Randall Cobb. Okay. 2nd and inches. Threatening to score here. Oh, he threw it right to us. Who is that? Devin White again. This man is on another level. He's on a whole nother level. But we're on our own 1 here, so we're going to have to do something to get a little breathing room. We can't even kneel it and go to halftime. See if JT can get us out of this bind. Go. My man. 13 yards, I'll take. You know what? We're going to call a timeout here. We're going to call a timeout because I want to get one more play in. Just one more pass with Fromm. Since I'm not going to be using him at all in the second half. We're going to just do one more play. Little play action. Oh, oh. Godwin, nice catch. Nice catch. Whew. Hit DeMarcus Lawrence right on our tail there. All right, well, the story of the preseason so far has pretty much been our defense has been outstanding, and our offense has sputtered a bit, but look at Gus Edwards. Just like a Mack truck through the hole. 1st down in the red zone here. Play action. Nice blocking. Leg it. Oh, he ran over 2 guys. Whew, if he would have scored there, man, I would have flipped. All right, we got 2nd down and 1. You know, we're gonna throw the ball. Let's change some things up here. Let's do Hall on just a basic out route. We'll hit either Shaheen or Hall probably here. We got Hall. For the win, baby. For the win. 14-0. I've never seen somebody so hyped but not move their lips. 3rd and 1. Gus. Let's go, Gus. Let's go, Gus. Look at this man fight. Fight for the 1st down. He is just, he's an absolute machine, man. An absolute machine. You know what? We're going to go to him again. We're going to try a little stretch play here. Let's bring Wims in motion. Oop, I passed him. Let's bring Wims in motion. All right, it's man coverage. We get the whole left side of the field open. Oh, he broke the tackle. Come on, Gus. Come on, Gus. Let's go, Gus. Man, I shouldn't even have stiff-armed. He'd have been gone if I didn't stiff-arm there. All the way down to the 3-yard line. This man is an absolute animal. See if we can get Keenum another passing touchdown here. Put Leggett on a slant. That's who I'm looking for here. Oh, my God. I didn't even look off of him. That was my fault. All right, Jake Bentley out here wearing Troy Aikman's number. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. 1st down. That was 4th, by the way. All right, what do we got here? It's another 4th down and 1. We're looking for Pollard on the run here. They're going to pass. Broken up. That's what I'm talking about. The shutout is still intact. Let's go. All right, late in the 4th. Let's make something happen here. Let's make something happen. 2nd down. Gus through the middle. Oh, he broke another. Oh, my God, he's gone. He's gone. Go, Gus. They're not catching him. They're not catching him. They're not catching him. Salute you. 78 yards to the house. He's got himself a spot on this team. 2 plays, he's convinced me it's over. He's on the team. Period. De La Haye for the extra point. And he's not missing that. He's not missing that. He's a beast. They're both beasts. All right, Troy Aikman Jr., he's trying to lead his team to, I don't even know what you call it. They can't come back at this point, right? Nice pass there, though. Just over a minute to play. The shutout is probably gone at this point. No! He threw... Bro, why'd you go backwards? No. Why did he run back? I didn't even do that. I didn't mean to do that. Nice interception, though. And there goes the clipboard, right on cue. 21-0. We complete the shutout. What a game, man. What a game. I got to tell you right now that takeaways from these first two preseason games, our defense is absolutely nasty. It is playing way above its overall. I think we're like an 80 or an 81 overall on defense right now. We're playing way better than that. As you can see from the stats here, Jake Fromm, 8 of 14 for 64 yards. No touchdowns, but also no interceptions. Like I said, bit tentative. I've been a bit tentative with him. Keenum, he had a touchdown and 2 picks. Jonathan Taylor, impressive once again. 7 runs for 59 yards and 8.4 average in that big touchdown on 4th down. Travion Williams was but Gus Edwards, my God. 4 rushes for 147 yards and a TD. He should have had 2 touchdowns, but I decided to try to stiff arm. I don't know why I did that. 78 yards was his longest of the day. What an animal this guy is. Then on the receiving end, we spread the ball around a lot, but Emmanuel Hall was our leading receiver with 3 receptions. You see Leggett also had 3 receptions. Howard had 2. Evans had 2. The rookie Wirfs letting in 2 sacks, but, you know, he's got his mentorship now, so he'll get better. And then defensively, it was a safety. Justin Evans leading the team with 7 tackles. Devin White and Levante David right behind him with 6. Devin White also with 3 TFLs in the day. Tyus Bauer and Eric Armstead each with 1 tackle for loss. And then it was Minkah Fitzpatrick checking in with 2 sacks on the day. Eric Armstead with 1, Tyus Bowser and Carl Nassib each with a half a sack. But it was Eric Armstead, again, his reign of terror continues in the preseason. Man, he's got 3 sacks already in limited time on the field. And then, of course, as you guys saw, it was just an INT fest today, man. We had 3 on Dak Prescott, 1 on Bentley. Carlton Davis III, he had the last of them where he ran backwards for whatever reason. I don't remember trying to do that with the controller, but he did it. Justin Evans also with 1. Kendall Fuller with 1. And then our boy, the superstar, Devin White. He will be an X factor before you know it, man. This guy is an absolute monster. So a total of 4 interceptions on the day, and our defense is looking very sharp. So that is going to do it for this episode. Next episode, we've got our preseason dress rehearsal against the Saints. Of course, the Saints do not have Drew Brees anymore. I believe he retired. Either way, their quarterback is now, who else? Jacoby Brissett. You guys all know that the Madden thing, I don't know what it is, but they always go get Jacoby Brissett in free agency. So all the starters will be playing at least 2 to 3 quarters in that game, and that will be the biggest game of the preseason for us. We'll get a chance to see our first team in action for a large portion of that game. And then chances are we're probably going to just skip over the 4th preseason game and head straight into the regular season where the real action is going to begin. It's been a pretty easy road so far in the preseason for us, but you guys know that the regular season is going to be a whole different animal. Also, in the next episode, I'm going to go through the rosters of each team so you guys can see which rookies were drafted to which team and how they stack up on the depth chart on that team. And then also, as we're going through that, we'll also get a chance to see if any other big name players have made a move to another team. So all that coming up in the next episode. Cannot wait for that one. I hope to see you guys back for it. But until our preseason showdown with the Saints, I'll catch you guys next time.
You're one and only.